Hello there, it's Boots Owen here. This is an Indesit washing machine, W133. It's an old one, beat up, missing the door handle, got a bit of spilled paint on it. It was left out for the scrap, so I picked it up thinking I could throw a brick in that. I'm just going to have a look at it today and see, apart from the door handle, what might be wrong with it, and have a look at any interesting features of this machine. It's got an anti-crease button, extra economy button, regular selection of programs. Let's have a look in here. It's pretty clean in there, a bit of mold on the back, not too bad. I've taken the screws out on the back, get that top off. I think from the numbering system and the style on it, this is quite an old one. And looking inside, oh interesting, it's got a metal drum there, or metal tub. Ah, that's interesting. Okay, power comes in, there's a filter over there, lots of cables. Ooh, electromechanical switch, but kind of a modest little one there. It's got a motor on the back of it. Quite a modest little switch actually. It does seem to be, I don't know, clicking it through on the front, it seems to be more like a selector, but it feels a bit stronger than that, so I don't know if this moves around as we go. It looks like it would move around because it's got the black dots through it. Lump of concrete on top, ring of concrete on the front. Yeah, tin machine, haven't seen that. You can see here it was either in a smoker's house or something pretty gross. It doesn't smell like cigarettes, so it might just be grease from cooking in the kitchen or something like that. Again, on the back, model 133 or model W133 UK. Quite a low power, 1850 watts, which is probably all going to the element, so it's quite a light duty element. This is quite an old one, quite an interesting one actually, so let me know what you think of this. It's got an aluminium spider job on the back there, and an aluminium belt, pulley belt, motors underslung. Quite simple really, hot and cold fill over here, water solenoid valves there. Let the water in, come along here into the soap drawer, down the bottom of the soap drawer, in through the black hose just right in the bottom there, into the tub, and then there's a drain out pump underneath. And I'll put up a video of the pump, how to clean the pump as usual. Down there in that white box beneath all the cobwebs, that looks to be a motor speed control unit down there. I might take that apart and have a look at it, depending on how I'm feeling about this. I'm almost certainly going to hotwire it and throw a brick in it, but because it's the middle of January and the weather is pretty crummy, I'll probably hotwire it now that it's in the garage, and then put it back out, give it a few weeks in the cold, settle its humour. It does have a motor in it, but it doesn't look like the old electromechanical timers with the clunk clunk clunk, you know? So I don't know what sort of a timer that is. If you know what that is, let me know. There's your fill pressure switch over there, some solid buttons there, door interlock down there. This one is probably before the models that are in the recent recall. I don't know if there's anything like that wrong with it. I think there's something on that recall with these Indesit Whirlpool Hotpoint ones. I don't know if that's the right brands actually. Pretty sure Indesit's in there. That the power for the element all goes through the door interlock switch, and the cabling or the switch itself isn't strong enough or rated to take that load. Let's get it on its side and have a look at the motor. I think, yeah, there's no bottom in this one, so I'll have a look underneath. So I've put it on its side underneath, loads of dust and cobwebs. Oh, that looks like a taco on the end, white cables, 4 more cables. It's got a brush there and a commutator, so it's a standard motor, universal washing machine motor. Metal on the bottom, it's got like an extra metal plate there on the bottom that takes the suspension brackets. Let's get some light. Yeah, so looking at that on the bottom, there's a big steel plate there holding on the shock absorber on the bottom, holding on the motor. Let's have a look at that motor name. It's an Indesit. Maximum is 320 watts, which is alright, I suppose. Kind of, you know, regular. It's a universal motor. Brushes there, 4 wires to the brushes on the coil, and 2 wires, the white ones there. 2 white wires going over to the taco on the end. Up in here, there's 2 control boards. Or maybe it's one big long one, I can't tell without taking it apart. So maybe if I pop this. No, I can't pull it out. I thought I could just unclip it and pull it. It doesn't want to. doesn't want to come. So whenever I'm doing the motor, I might just pull that out. Whenever I'm hot wiring the motor for maximum speed for brick destruction, I might have a look at that control board just for my own interest. Quite a strong machine, concrete and steel really, not much else to it. Standard Plaza pump, except the only non-standard bit is that there's two hoses going into it, one on top, one on the bottom, left and right you might say, going to the bottom sump, and then this little extra side sump over here, I don't know what that is. The bottom sump has the usual tube that goes up to the pressure sensor, but I don't know what that other side one is, so if you know what that is, let me know. Yeah, quite a solid looking machine. I wonder what it'll do under a brick. Normally you've got a load of plastic and that comes apart, but this one may well not come apart because it's all steel, so it might take a lot more abuse. Let me know if you think I should take the ballast out of it or not. I don't really want to take the front, but I can certainly take the top ballast off quite easily. See what happens to it. Brick destruction. If you know anything about this machine, tell me about it in the comments. As you know, I'm always interested, and I think a lot of people on this channel seem to be interested in these things. So yeah, let me know about it. Thanks for watching. See you later.